Good morning. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. Yeah, really appreciate it also, and too, in addition to all that, as well, which is great. How's everyone doing? I'm sure you're doing just fine. Me, thanks for asking. I'm doing great. Another NCAA 14 college football simulation live stream tonight. These are updated rosters, so these rosters are all updated to the 2018 rosters. Not all the teams in the game are updated yet. They're doing them one at a time or whatever. The group of guys that does these updates. But I checked earlier, and Miami and Florida State were both updated. So we're gonna do a simulation here. Miami versus Florida State. So get your bets in now in the comment section. Of course, I don't play these games. I mean, sometimes I do, but that's not what we're doing right now. We're just simulating it. Tuesday night, we did Georgia and Tennessee. Georgia ended up winning, but it was a lot closer, I think, than a lot of people thought it would be. We'll see how this game turns out tonight, Florida State versus Miami. It looks like in this game, they have Miami with a slight edge overall, 90 to 86. An offensive edge of 88 to 86, and a defensive edge of 92 to 87. So going just off the stats that they've assigned to the 2018 rosters in this game, it looks like Miami should win this game, but it's at Florida State. I hope that's right. I didn't look up the schedules for either one of these teams, but it seems like they played in Miami last year. Am I wrong about that? Maybe. I don't know, but it seems like they played Miami last year, so I put them at Florida State this time. So we'll get this game started here in just a second. We're going to do the t-shirt giveaway again too over the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested in getting yourself a t-shirt for $1, now's your opportunity. Every dollar you donate during a live stream for the next couple of weeks, your name will be entered in a hat, a random pull to win a t-shirt. Donate $1, you get 1 entry in the hat. Donate $10, you get 10 entries in the hat. Most of you guys have been around long enough now, you know how this works. We give away hats, t-shirts, jerseys, all kinds of stuff on these live streams. We gave a jersey away a couple of weeks ago, which by the way, Mark Dudley, I don't see you in here, but if you're watching, the first jersey you requested I was not able to get, so you're getting I actually did find one of the first jersey you requested, but not in the size that you wanted. So you're getting your second choice on your jersey, and you should have it in a couple of weeks, I guess. But anyway, you guys know how it works. Every dollar you donate puts you in, and then in a couple of weeks we'll draw a name and give a shirt away. You guys know how it works. So how's everybody doing? Mr. Wilson, good morning, sir. Unlimited Sports, New England Patriots in Florida State. Good morning, Master of Dreams, David, John Vaughters, Mega, Eagle, Squidtard's first cousin, Stick Pig, Talking Potato, John Cameron, Dalton, Live It Up. Oh, it's your first time catching a live stream? Well, I hope you enjoy it, Dalton. We have a lot of fun on these live streams, some arguing back and forth in the comment section, some people trying to troll Uncle Lou, a lot of football talk, and we get a chance to watch some fake football on the Xbox since there's no real football to watch, but at least these rosters are updated, so we'll at least get to see some of the people who will be playing next year. But I hope you have a good time watching tonight. Who else? Harrison, Nick Bro, Uncle Flu, good morning. Prediction Network, good morning. Superman, good morning, sir. Glover, good morning. Blackhawks 24/7, good morning. So thanks to everybody that's joined live. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's talk some football tonight while we watch this game in the comment section. I know you guys are going to want to troll some too, and that's fine. But let's try to talk a little bit of football tonight too. It's Big 12 week here on LouTube. I've been doing videos every day this week relating to the Big 12. I wanted to stream a Big 12 game tonight since it's Big 12 week. That would have made sense, right? I went through every single Big 12 team. Not a single Big 12 team is updated yet on this game for 2018. Not Oklahoma, not Texas, not Oklahoma. West Virginia was the only one. Only one Big 12 team. So then I said, oh, well, West Virginia's playing Tennessee. We'll simulate West Virginia, Tennessee. But we just simulated a Tennessee game on Tuesday night. So I'm trying to keep it alternating here, so I'm not just streaming the same teams over and over again. So I said, well, I'll hold off on the West Virginia, Tennessee thing. I checked some ACC teams. Not all the ACC teams were updated, but these two were. So we're going to stream Miami and Florida State. So we'll watch this while we argue in the comments section. You guys got any questions for me, just let me know. I'll do my best to reply to as many of the comments in the comments section as I can. And we'll do a little bit of trolling, a little bit of football watching, and a little bit of arguing. Sounds like a pretty good plan, honestly, I think, to me. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. If I can get this thing to work, that would be even better. Okay. Oh, I guess it would help if I pressed A to continue, since that's what it's going ahead and telling me to do. Dennis Wilson, Uncle Lou put a tampon in it. FSU number 3. I don't even know what that means, sir, but you've left several comments later in several places referring to tampons. Starting to get a little bit weird, sir. Cruz Madrid, good morning, sir. What's my favorite New Year's Six bowl? Well, of course, they rotate now with the playoff games. Like last year, the playoff games were the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. So this coming up year, those won't be the playoff games. I think the playoff games this year is the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. So this year, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl will be just New Year's Six bowls. So I don't really have a favorite. I mean, traditionally, I've always liked the Sugar Bowl because going back, decades now, the Sugar Bowl has had an SEC tie-in. So if you were an SEC team and you had a really good year, that was like the pinnacle of your season, was getting an opportunity to play in the Sugar Bowl. So I've always had an affinity for the Sugar Bowl. But now, the way things are, now you don't really have those conference affiliations anymore. Well, you do, unless that bowl game is a playoff game. Like this year, the Rose Bowl not being a playoff game will probably have some sort of Big Ten, Pac-12 tie-in. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. So the way I judge the bowls now is from year to year based on matchups. If there's a particular bowl that has two teams in it that's particularly interesting to me, then that will become one of my favorite New Year's Six bowls for that particular year. I don't have a favorite year in and year out when it comes to the bowl games. Joshua Chapman, good morning, sir. Little Tater's here. Yeah, I knew you'd be back, Little Tater. Uncle Lou's like crack rock to a troll. You give a troll a little bit of Uncle Lou, they come back every time begging for more. So I never had a doubt that you'd be here tonight, Little Tater. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right, FSU gets the ball first. 3rd and 8 here. Oh, my God, he got laid out just short of the first down line. Jesus Christ, that was a big-time hit. Miami has got some serious linebackers. No matter what you think about Miami, good, bad, or indifferent, you can't deny what they're doing right now at the linebacker position. They've got some of the best linebackers in America. All right, so now we'll get a chance to see what Miami can do with the ball here. Florida State went 3 and out. Miami's got pretty good field position here, too, about on the 45-yard line, their own 45. So let's see what they can do here. Back to pass, little swing pass, gains about 5 or 6 yards. Master of Dreams, Uncle Lou have big problems. What's the problem, sir? Prediction Network, Tennessee fans said they're winning 10 games this year. That's it. Most Tennessee fans I know say they're going 15-0. They've been saying that every year since 2008. Uncle Lou built like a glass Coke bottle. No. No, I'm not. Uncle Faye's meme is here. Most won't get it. With some Lilla. Good morning, FaZe Meme. What about the guy with the really long email address? See here, too? Yeah. Wool Tide Pods. Good morning, sir.
He's scrambling. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space.
Yeah, that was a nice picture, wasn't it? I don't know if that was from Amazon or not. Oh, it was from Amazon. That was a birthday gift from Mrs. Lou. But you're right, it was from Amazon. She ordered it. I picked it out. She wasn't sure what to get, so she showed me a couple that she found, and I picked it out. But yeah, I like that a lot. Best to worst SEC teams in order. Oh God. I mean, right now all you really can go on is last year. I mean, over the summer. Who asked that? I can't find it now.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Oh, Prediction Network. I do an entire series of videos over a 5 or 6 week period in the summer that's in-depth previews and predictions of all the major teams and all the major conferences. And I'll do Notre Dame, and I'll probably do Central Florida this year, and maybe even Boise State and South Florida, a couple of teams outside of the Power 5. But that's when I'll do, I mean, that's when I'll be better able to answer that question. I mean, if I were to list SEC teams right now in order from worst to first, it would be just a canned answer. You know, it would be Alabama 1, Georgia 2, Auburn 3. I'd probably put South Carolina 4. LSU 5. I'd just be going off of what they did last year. I haven't really started studying the teams yet for next year enough to be able to put them in that kind of an order right now. But that's what that 5 or 6 week period is for over the summer. And I usually do that like the last half of July and the first half of August. And I break down every single, I give a win-loss record. I go through every game on the schedule for all the major teams and predict conference standings, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming up in July and August. You might catch a video here or there in between then and now where I like maybe I'm doing a video and I'm mentioning South Carolina, and I'll say, and I have said this a bunch of times, I think South Carolina will probably finish second in the East this year. So, you know, there are certain things I've already sort of decided on, barring some kind of weird injury or whatever. But this is something else I tell y'all all the time too. No predictions or guesses or whatever that I make now matter. You can't troll me during the season for getting something wrong I say now, but anything I say over that 4 or 5 week period when I do those official Uncle Lou previews and predictions in July and August, anything I get wrong then, that's what you can then come back and troll me on. Those are my official predictions. Kyle says Arkansas will be lucky to win a couple SEC games. Brett didn't do him right. I agree. The other big problem Arkansas is going to have is Chad Morris runs a complete 180 offense from what Brett Bielema was running. Brett Bielema wanted 350-pound linemen who could barely move, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of run it up the middle offense. And Chad Morris is a spread it out, speed, hurry up type of guy. And so it's going to take him a couple of years to get some players in there that can run that. So I think it's going to be a rough couple of years for Arkansas. I hope Arkansas fans will be patient with Chad Morris, though, because I do think he has a chance to be a good coach. But it's going to take him a few years at Arkansas to get going for sure. Miami strikes first. They're up 7-0 here on Florida State. About a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Florida State's got the ball 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. Screen pass. Is that Cam Akers probably? Up the sideline. He gets the first down. Yep. Cam Akers had a pretty good year last year. I think he had the most yards rushing by any Florida State freshman running back in history. So, and Florida State's had some good running backs through the years when you look at Warwick Dunn, Dalvin Cook, who's the guy that the Falcons have. So they've had some good running backs. Cam Akers, most yards ever by a true freshman at Florida State. So he should have a breakout year this year. If Florida State can get their line, offensive line straightened out. They've just got, look at this run here. I start talking about him and he breaks off a 30-yard run here. Nice run. Broke that first tackle and he was gone around the corner. Somebody's abusing mod, so will you explain the rules of mod. The mods are here to mute people who use any racial slurs, mute people who use any homophobic slurs, and mute anybody who gets too personal with somebody, like giving out somebody's personal information, talking about people's kids or mothers or stuff like that. That's why the mods are here. And then when the mods, if the mods are having to mute the same people, like if someone gets muted and they don't learn their lesson, then the mods let me know and I just ban them from the channel. I don't play around on here. Listen, for every one real person on YouTube, it's a million trolls. So for me to ban a troll is no big deal. If I ban a troll, I promise you, you'll be easily replaced. So I'm not, you know, I have no fear. You know, it doesn't bother me to ban people. So Jake T, do you still think they're changing the playoffs to 8 teams, making it instead of just 4? I think it's inevitable that it goes to 8 at some point. I hope that is down the road. I don't want that to happen anytime soon. My biggest fear about college football is that they ruin it by turning it into the NFL. I don't like the NFL. I like college football for a reason. If you lose a game in the end of September in college football, it matters. You lose a game at the end of September in the NFL, it doesn't matter. That's why college football has the most exciting regular season of any sport on planet Earth. Every single game matters in college football. And the more you expand the playoffs and things like that, the less important the regular season becomes. I think it's inevitable it goes to 8 games because of money. But, you know, it took, what, 100 years to get the BCS. Then we had the BCS from, what, 98 to 2014. So what is that, 16 years? I'd be happy if we had the 4-team playoff for 16 years before we mess with it. Dogs fan 1196, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Jeremiah Johnson says they don't speak. I don't speak pineapple either. Don't worry about it. Grant Ewing, good morning, sir.
Quick throw. Tackle made around the 40-yard line. They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down.
See, like this troll with the screen name Alabama Girl. It won't bother me at all to ban that person because there'll be a million people in line to take that place. Well, they have I mean, it has to change in line with the TV. The TV deals run everything in college football now. So the current TV deal that they have runs through, I think, 2022 or 2023, maybe. So nothing's happening before then. If anything changes, it will be it'll be coincided with a new TV deal. Oh, Ultimate Troll, let it go about Sean White, man. You embarrassed yourself in front of God and baby Jesus and everybody else the other day in the call-in show. Don't do it again here, sir. Sean White is just not a good quarterback. Come on, man. Jake T, good morning, sir.
From their own 26-yard line. 2nd down. Quarterback all by
See, like this guy, FrazCac96, well, I don't think I can boot him now because y'all muted him, but he'll be muted. It won't be long. I mean, he'll be banned. It won't be long. People like that can't help it. But that's his warning, though. So the person that was asking about the mods, this FrazCac idiot, whatever, just talked about banging my wife or something. So one of the mods muted him. Now, when he gets unmuted, and this is for the mods too, when he gets unmuted, if he breaks the rules again, don't mute him. I'll just boot him. I can't boot him if you mute him. So, you know, that was the first time I know of that he's been muted. So, you know, if he gets unmuted and comes right back on and makes another comment like that, then we'll just ban him. But don't mute him, because then I can't ban him. Just let me know in case I missed the comment. Just let me know, and then I'll scroll up to the comment where he made it, and I'll just go ahead and ban him. That's just how it works. What's the hardest stadium to play in? Well, for Georgia, over the last 5 to 10 years, the hardest places we've had to play in terms of win-loss record has been South Carolina and Jacksonville.
1st and 10. Ball Ball on the 45-yard line. There's a strike complete. And down he goes, right around the 32-yard line.
Sean White looks like Carrot Top. Well, we never play in the swamp, John, so, you know, it would be impossible for me to put that in my list of hardest places to play.
Second down, 10 to go.
Talking Potato, you're right. My wife is a strong one. Now, who deleted that now? That was a compliment.
Handoff up the middle. Brought down after
That one shouldn't have been deleted. But you're right, Talking Potato. My Mrs. Lou is an amazing and strong woman. She has to be in order to put up with me.
He's at the 20. He gets out to about the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard
Florida
line,
State got a
first
field
down.
goal. Now they're driving again to take the lead here. 2 minutes to go till halftime. Miami's up 7-3. Well, they love running that swing pass, don't they? It didn't work that time. That's not Cam Akers, though. Who's that they threw it to that time? Jonathan Vickers.
Florida State will take their first time out of the half. It's the 11th play of the drive.
Little Tater. Tater.
Straight run, and he's brought down in the backfield.
Hey, James, I appreciate that. Says he's riding back from Atlanta, and he's listening to Uncle Lou on his ride home. I appreciate that, sir. We'll try to keep you entertained best we can. Francois back to pass again. Ooh, all day to throw the ball, and he had to throw it away. Nobody open, so that's another 4th down. So look, Florida State, I guess, is going to kick a field goal here. Yeah, they got a good field goal kicker, don't they? That Aguayo or whatever his name is.
Kick is up, and he got it.
So 7-6, Miami's still on top. Florida State's driving the ball now, but they can't get in the end zone.
Aguayo ready to kick. Dean fields at the goal line. He's taken down at the 27.
Oh, Stick Pig just named all the nicknames. He said corn dogs, taters, barners, gumps, criminals, convicts, and cocks.
They come out in a 5-wide set. Now he tries to buy some time. He steps out at the 30. He got 3 yards there on the scramble. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Miami with a 1-point lead. He's on the run. And he's going to be sacked.
I hear Yanni on that thing. I don't hear Laurel at all. I hear Yanni. John Brantley? Oh my God. Come on, dude. Come on, man. John Brantley. Really?
And he almost has the INT. And that'll make it 4th down.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on a pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
Little Tater says, trying to put food on your food, Lou, you're failing to provide. Trying to put food on your food, Lou, you're failing to provide. You're failing to make any sense, Little Tater.
The offensive coordinator who's been up here next to us, Brad, the booth next to us, he's actually just taken off his headsets, and I think he's going down to the field to be next to the quarterback and the rest of this offense to try to engage with them, to realize how important it is.
James Ellis is asking about Baker being a first, DeAndre Baker, I'm assuming, cornerback for Georgia. I think he will. I think he's the best cornerback in the SEC this year. And he's great size for an NFL defensive back. If he has another year this year like he had last year, then yeah, I think he'll be a first, maybe a second round pick, depending on what other corners might come out or something like that. No, Mark, I tried to get you the Aubrey Solomon. I couldn't get, I found an Aubrey Solomon, but it wasn't the size that you needed. So you're getting, I can't remember that second guy's name you asked about, but that's what you're getting. But yeah, I think DeAndre Baker will at worst be a second-round pick, and if he has a good year, could be a first-round pick.
Quickly, and it's almost intercepted.
Number 6 was the intended receiver on the play.
It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it.
Oh, he didn't get it. He got knocked out of bounds short on 4th down. Miami's going to get the ball with like 35 seconds to go. And they don't need but probably 25 yards for a field goal. And they've got all 3 timeouts. Let's see what they decide to do here. They might need more yards than that. I didn't realize they were this far down the field. Let's see. Oh, no. That's not going to work. They're going to call a timeout? No, they're going to let the clock run. I'm surprised. I guess they're just happy to go to halftime with a 1-point lead. This is typical Mark Richt right here, playing it safe. Typical Mark Richt. You got 3 timeouts left and in 35 seconds, and you're not even going to use your timeouts. You're just going to let the clock bleed. Look at this. They might not even snap the ball. Typical Mark Richt here. Unwilling to put his foot on the throat of an opponent. Pitiful. Pitiful. Typical Mark Richt.
He's scrambling. Slides down.
Cruz Madrid says, Uncle Lou, what week 1 and week 2 you most hyped for? Games, I guess you're talking about. Washington and Auburn will be a good one. Alabama and Louisville. I think week 2 is Michigan and Notre Dame this year. That'll be a good one this year. Georgia and South Carolina is week 2. That'll be a good one. A lot of good early games this year.
Great first half. Hopefully the second half's as good. He'll take it from the 2.
All right, Florida State. Miami's going to get the ball here. Maybe that's why they didn't want to take a chance there at the end of the first half, since they were getting the ball to start the 3rd quarter. I don't know, but just seems to me like they could have done a little bit more. Run up the middle. Look at that stiff arm. Nice run. It's up about 15 yards. It's my first down.
I bust my ass, Lou. That's what I do every day. So you be careful who you mouth off to, jerk off.
Another nice run.
Nice yardage on that run.
Game 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Miami up a point. They'll work the left, and he makes it out to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Jake, 11-1 is probably about right, I would think, for Georgia. The over-under on number of wins for Georgia next year, if you wanted to make a bet on it in Vegas, my guess, the over-under is probably at 10.5.
Nice gain as he works the right side.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. First down.
Who's better, Debo or Renfro? I think Debo's better. I was arguing the other day with there was a Clemson fan and a South Carolina fan arguing back and forth, and I couldn't help myself. I had to get in the middle of it, and they were arguing over all these things. Who's better, Debo or Renfro? Who's better, Kelly Bryant or Jake Bentley? I think Jake Bentley and Debo Samuel are better than Kelly Bryant and Hunter Renfro. I know Hunter Renfro is like a living legend at Clemson, and I get that. Like hot rods like that at Georgia. We've had some players like that in the past that have done certain things, and they'll just be like, legends at Georgia forever, even if they don't go on to productive NFL careers. Of those 4 people, Hunter Renfro, Jake Bentley, Kelly Bryant, Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel, I think, has the best pro potential. I think he's the best wide receiver in the SEC if he's healthy, and it might not even be close. He's that good. I like Jake Bentley too, but he does make a lot of mistakes, and he's a little undersized. But Kelly Bryant's not any good either. As far as a quarterback goes, he's Jalen Hurts Jr. He's J.T. Barrett. You know, you're not gonna win the big game with him.
Nice run to the outside. So the tailback's going to come away with a first down on the play.
Solid 5-yard pickup. He was almost able to get to the secondary, but as it is, he still manages to move the sticks.
Miami with a 1-point lead.
Ole Miss won't have a top 5 class when signing day comes around. You can't put anything into these rankings right now in May. Georgia was like 53rd at this time last year, and you see where they ended up. So, yeah, I've been to Dollywood. Well, as far as actually being inside of Dollywood, yes, one time, years and years and years and years and years ago. I've been up to where Gatlinburg is, or where Dollywood is, like the Gatlinburg area, probably a dozen times or more since then. But I've only been to Dollywood that one time, I don't know, 20 years ago.
He makes it out to maybe the 7-yard line. They've looked good so far on third down in this drive. Let's see what happens here. 5 wide.
Florida State playing some good defense there. Keeping Miami out of the end zone. Gonna be a field goal. This will keep it a 1-score game. It looks like we're in for another close game like we saw on Tuesday.
Kicks away, and he's got it.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this.
Oh, I've been to Six Flags.
Sends it sailing downfield.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you how many times I've been to Six Flags. A bunch of times. Six Flags over Georgia, I'm assuming is what you're asking about, in Atlanta. I've been there a ton of times.
Time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about
Stick Pig, I like some reggae music, and I don't know, maybe this is like the worst possible answer for me to give. I only like the really super popular commercialized reggae music, like what's the guy's name? The famous guy. I like him, but I couldn't name 5 reggae singers right now off the top of my head. Like, reggae isn't something I just like. When I come out here every day to work, I don't, and I'll turn Pandora on. I don't think I've ever typed reggae into Bob Marley. That's what I was thinking of. But I don't think I've ever typed reggae into into Pandora or whatever. I'll tell you a funny story though. I went to Jamaica in 2005 for like 7 or 8 days. And that's literally all you hear there. Like, it sounds like a stereotype or a joke or whatever, Jamaica and reggae music. It's all you hear. Every cab you get in, every bus you get into, anywhere you go, it's Bob Marley 24 hours a day there. But like I like the Bob Marley songs that I know and I like I really like them. Like No Woman No Cry. Like, that's probably one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time. And I wouldn't consider myself like a reggae fan or anything. I just think that's a really good song.
Scrambling around. Tackle made around the 42-yard line. So it's
Yeah, Mega. I like all kinds of music too. Like, Garth Brooks is one of my favorite artists. I've talked about this before on stream, but like, if I had to name like my top 5 artists or musical acts or whatever, it would probably be like Garth Brooks, Tool, Dave Matthews Band, Tupac, Eminem, Jimmy Buffett. I mean, so I have like a wide variety of music that I like.
The 26-yard line.
That's a gain of 16 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 26-yard line, it's 1st down.
All right, 1st and 10, Miami on driving here. Ooh, big hole up the middle, 12-yard gain.
At about the 15-yard line.
Miami's fixing to get some more points on the board here. A touchdown could put this thing away. A touchdown could put this thing away. Stairway to Heaven is the best song of all time. I think that's one of the most overrated songs of all time.
Looks for the tight end, but they can't hook up. From the 15-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Yeah, Garth Brooks and look, you laugh if you want. Garth Brooks is the best concert I've ever been to, hands down. Period. Nothing else even comes close. That guy ran around and entertained for 2.5 hours non-stop. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It was unbelievable. Now, granted, this was over 20 years ago. This was in 95. So this was a long time ago. But that Joker is hands down the best concert I've ever been to. All right, Squid Tard. See you next time, buddy.
They line up to kick this one away.
Yeah, Master of Puppets is good. The Black Album is my favorite Metallica album.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Johnny Horton? No, never heard of that.
The defense really stepped up to force that 3 and out on the last drive.
Bulldog, good morning, sir. I hope you enjoy the streams. I'm not playing this time. I'm simulating some games for a few weeks. The 2018 rosters are out now for most of the teams. So we're simulating some of next year's matchups just to see how they look. Dennis Wilson says, I know nothing. Uncle Lou, you know nothing about Eminem and 8 Mile Road. Tell him at Allen V, go Canes. Well, you spelled the word no wrong. I would love to know how old Dennis Wilson is, but he's got to be under the age of 16. Do I think Washington is going to benefit from Jacob Eason? Yes, they lose Jake Browning after this year. I think Eason will step right in, and it would not surprise me one bit at all. And Georgia fans laugh at me. A lot of people laugh at me for a variety of reasons. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Jacob Eason throws for 5,000 yards next year. He has to sit out this year, but he's still there. He just can't play. So he's learning the offense. He's practicing. He's getting to know everybody. He's finding his way around, that kind of thing. And he'll be the man up there next year. And it would not surprise me one bit in a Chris Peterson offense to see Jacob Eason go for 5,000 yards. It wouldn't shock me at all. And then go pro and be the #1 pick in the draft. Would not surprise me one bit. Yeah, I like the Foo Fighters too. Yeah, I really like the Foo Fighters. Never seen them live, but I like a lot of their songs. Guns N' Roses, good too, yep. Dar says he likes that Ride to Lightning. That's the thing. When you're talking about bands like Metallica, even Garth Brooks, these bands that are singers that have been around for 20, 25, 30 years, there are so many albums and CDs they put out that it makes it hard to pick a favorite. And what I've found is most people usually pick a favorite from a certain time period in their life, their teenage years or their early 20s or something like that. Whatever album happened to come out at that time tends to be their favorite. For me, it was the Metallica Black Album. That's why that's my favorite album from Metallica. But you can't go wrong with Metallica. Everything they do is good. I'm not a Jason Aldean fan. It's not that I hate him or whatever, but I couldn't name one of his songs right now. If he came on the radio, I would probably recognize it, but just to name a Jason Aldean song, I couldn't do it. John says, what team has the worst fan base in America? I got Florida State. Miami's got a pretty bad fan base. For 15 years, they couldn't sell out a game. That's pathetic. and sad in a city as big as Miami, and they couldn't sell out a game. They're fair weather as hell, Miami fans. They do bad, they disappear. Who else has bad fans? Alabama's got some bad fans, you know.
And he throws it away.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing
I don't know, that's a tough one.
is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
And Darth, you're down for the T-shirt entry too. I'm sure you knew that, but we're doing a T-shirt giveaway again, so you get an entry for the T-shirt for every $1 you donate. What happened there? Interception in the end zone?
It's no surprise
yep.
he comes up with the interception.
That's going to seal it right there. Miami was up 2 scores already. Florida State needed a touchdown there to have any chance of winning. This game's over now.
Left to play in this game.
Unlimited Sports says, Lou, how can people hate on Garth, who seriously stopped in the middle of his concert to point out a fan that had yeah, I remember that. She had a sign or something. Yeah, I've seen that video floating around. You know, the one thing I don't like about Garth Brooks though is he won't digitize any of his music. You know what I mean? It's not on iTunes. Try to find a Garth Brooks song on YouTube. You can't. I mean, there are none. He treats his music like, you know, it'd be easier to break into Fort Knox and steal $1 than it would to illegally download a Garth Brooks song. That pisses me off.
Ball on their own 32. He wants it all going long. Oh, he had a shot.
Now Miami almost threw an interception there. Why are they throwing the ball? They should have been running the clock out. That was stupid. See, this is typical Mark Richter. Into the first half, when you need more points, you run the clock out. And then when you're trying to kill clock at the end of the game, you're throwing 30-yard bombs for no reason.
He's to the 40. Makes it out to maybe the 40-yard line. Well, they've got the ball back, but they're still trailing.
They need to score here, then recover an onside kick and score again. Although this game isn't over yet, I just don't think they can accomplish that feat with this much time left in the game.
He chucks it downfield.
Who has the most friendliest fans, Eagle says? I don't know, because I tend to I mean, I piss people off for a living, so I don't tend to attract the friendly fans. So I really don't know.
They'll bring him down at the 45-yard line. Going deep, lays it out there. He's taken down around the 16-yard line. Just over a minute left. He's out of bounds around the 7-yard line.
59 seconds to go.
Down now, they're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
They better score here. Quit wasting time. They don't have any timeouts left, so they're going to have to do an onside kick if they score. What in the world are they doing? Why are you throwing a 0-yard pass here? I mean, you shouldn't even be worried about the first down at this point. You need a touchdown. 55 seconds to go, 3rd and 1. Got to have a touchdown here, and then a miracle onside kick if they want any chance of winning this game. Back to pass. What are they doing? Another 0-yard pass. Congratulations, you just completed a 0-yard pass on 3rd and 1. Jesus. There it is, touchdown. So we're going to have an onside kick. So this is the 2nd game in a row now we've had that's been pretty exciting. Or at least a one-possession game. No blowouts, right? The Georgia-Tennessee game was a one-score game, and now Florida State-Miami is going to come down to a one-score game here. Are they going to go for... Oh, yeah, they have to go for 2. If they get this, then a field goal would send it to overtime. Terrible pass. He had two guys wide open, and he underthrew both of them. How's that even possible? Sebastian wants to know, Uncle Lou, do you think the Alabama versus Louisville game will be good? No. Oh, it was bouncing around. They had a chance to get it. I don't think they did, though. No, that game won't be good. With that much time to prepare, there's no chance Alabama would lose to anybody week 1, and Louisville is just not going to be a very good team this year. I mean, they weren't a very good team with Lamar Jackson. They're not going to suddenly be a good team. Oh, FSU did get it. Look at him now. What if Rick blew this lead here? Wide open, down to the 20. They better hurry up. They got no timeouts. Field goal do them no good, though, because they blew that 2-point conversion. So they got to have a touchdown to win or bust.
There was some movement on the line.
Now they get a false start. That's going to back them up.
False start, offense. You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
So the
Texas A&M over Clemson. Jimbo couldn't beat Clemson with Florida State talent. I seriously doubt he's doing it with Texas A&M talent. Uh-oh, look at this. Look at this. Dennis Wilson. Where did Dennis Wilson run off to now? Look at this. Now, when Miami had the ball with 1:10 to go, and what did I say? They should be running the clock out. Typical Mark Richt here. He don't know what the hell he's doing. Look at this now. So what do? Instead of running the clock out with 1 minute to go, you pass, 3 and out. You give Florida State the ball back with 1:05. You let them drive down and score. Then you let them get an onside kick. Then you let them drive right down and score again. Just pathetic. Now, going for 2 here is stupid. Yeah. I mean, Miami's got 3 timeouts, so they got a chance. 24 seconds, 3 timeouts, field goal to tie it up. But Mark Richt blows another game here. Raise your hand if you're surprised. And if you raised your hand, punch yourself in the throat because you're an idiot. Terrible clock management at the end of this game. Piss poor.
And he's tackled at the 25-yard line. I have a feeling we haven't seen the end of the fireworks today.
I don't know if they have the time to go for the win. They've got to be sure to get into the field goal kicker's range and get the game into overtime.
Even in a game this close, I think it's going to take something very unexpected to change the outcome. But that doesn't mean it won't happen. And he hits him hard at the 28-yard line.
Who keeps deleting? Okay, listen. Some of these messages. Who deleted the message that said "Shut up, UGA tard"? Don't delete messages. What are y'all doing? Lou sucks. Don't delete that. Ohio State has racist players on the team. You don't have to delete that either. Y'all are out of control. Y'all got to stop deleting all these people's comments.
He's hit and taken down. Try and scramble.
Game over. How fitting. You get sacked to end the game. Pathetic. Mark Richt, pathetic, man. Mark Richt blew this game. Mark Richt straight blew this game. Jesus, man. This is horrible. Jeez. Miami couldn't pass the ball. Florida State couldn't run the ball. Florida State had 1 turnover, still won the game. Florida State terrible on 3rd down conversions, still won the game. Boy, Miami blew that, didn't they? They straight blew that. That's ridiculous. I can't even believe that. UGA sucks. Yeah. SEC sucks. Yeah. Ohio State fan says SEC sucks. What's Ohio State's record against the SEC, sir? 5-11. Ohio State's 5-11 against the SEC. If the SEC sucks, what's that say about Ohio State? Huh? You're 2-10 against the SEC in bowl games, sir. Congratulations on making the playoff a couple of years ago and not scoring a single damn point. Pathetic. Ohio State's a joke. Urban Meyer's the punchline. Ohio State fan calling SEC rednecks. That's hilarious, sir. Ohio State, the state of Ohio is the most redneck state in America. It's like, hey, do you want to be poor white trash, but you're too poor to live in northern Florida? Come to Ohio.
I bust my ass, Lou. That's what I do every day. So you be careful who you mouth off to, jerk off.
Ohio State fans. Well, you can always, Ohio State fans always got something to say, don't they? Always. This clown can't even spell his coaches. Ohio State has Urban Meyer. The guy can't even spell Urban Meyer. And then, yeah, they're gonna talk. He's gonna talk about the SEC. The next thing he's gonna say is, if it wasn't for Alabama, the SEC wouldn't have nothing. Yeah, thank you for proving how ignorant you are. Even if you take away all of Alabama's titles this century, the SEC still has like 4 more national titles this century than the next closest conference. So, please, sir, quit huffing paint, man. You played yourself, man. Ohio State's a joke. Ohio State is a joke. They're terrible. Ohio State's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Ohio State never beat South Carolina. Can't beat Georgia. 5-11 all time against the SEC. 2-10 against the SEC in bowl games. Can't score a point in the college football playoff. You have northern traditions like what? Cream of wheat? No one cares. David says, what's the difference between Ohio State Buckeyes cheerleaders and the Titanic? Only 1,000 went down on the Titanic. Ohio State fan club says, we have a cool stadium, bitch. Did that cool stadium help you score 0 points the last time you made the playoff? Bitch. I think it's 50-50 if Tennessee makes a bowl game this year, Unlimited Sports. I think they probably have to win their last 4 games of the year, at least 3 of their last 4 if they want to make a bowl game, and I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that. They're going to be terrible the first half of the year. They're probably starting 2-6, maybe 3-5. Anybody else almost would have scored. Do you know how hard it is not to score a point? I mean, that's hard. And the Big Ten managed to do it 2 years in a row. They had Michigan State one year and then Ohio State. They had Ohio State and Michigan State in back-to-back years in a playoff, didn't score a single damn point. That's hard to do. Trump wasn't president when you... what an idiot. Blaming Trump. Trump wasn't even president when you got shut out, man. UGA alumni 2004. Is that... Oh, don't tell me that. Is that true? Is that really true? He's not even at UGA yet. He's still in high school. I don't see anything about that, man. Quit that trolling about James Cook, man. I don't see anything about that. I would have heard something, man. Quit that trolling. Yeah, SEC dog. The reason I have Florida higher than I do is because we've just struggled with them for so long. I mean, how many times have we gone down to Jacksonville with the better team and lost? So that's why I put them where I did on that list. And out of Florida and Tennessee, who do you think is the more talented team? Like, I know they both won 4 games last year, but Florida is a more talented team than Tennessee. That's why I had them where I did. Listening to a Notre Dame fan try to claim that it's better to not be in a conference is hilarious. Sir, listen, you're not making the college football playoff until you join a conference. It's not happening because you have to go undefeated to get in, and you're not doing it. Auburn versus Washington and Michigan versus Notre Dame. I'll be pulling for Auburn because I'm an SEC homer. So anytime the SEC plays a non-conference game, I always root for the SEC. But I do think that'll be a good game, though. Washington struggles against elite defenses, and that's what Auburn has. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Michigan versus Notre Dame. I'm excited to watch that game. People are high on Notre Dame this year. I'm one of them. I'm also high on Michigan, though. I think all they've really been missing is a quarterback. And Shea Patterson, whether you think he's elite or not is not the point. He's light years ahead of any other quarterback Michigan has had under Jim Harbaugh. So if Harbaugh can't figure out a way to win 10 or 11 games this year, now that he's finally got a quarterback, then he'll never do it. It's not better. It's better to be in a conference. You don't have any room for error when you're not in a conference because you don't have a 13th game. You don't have a game the first week of December against a top 10, top 15 team in a conference title game to impress the committee. So unless you're 12-0, you're not getting in. You don't have an opportunity at the end of the year to move up. Everyone else who's fighting for a playoff spot does. Yeah, Ohio State guy, we saw that when you typed it the first 3 or 4 times. Ohio State has Northern traditions. Yes, we're well aware that you think that. James Cook wasn't arrested, man. Quit that trolling. He's not even he's still in high school, man. He hasn't even, graduates this week probably, or next week. Dennis Wilson, what happened to your Miami Hurricanes in this game, man? Can we talk about it? You disappeared, man, like a fart in a windstorm, buddy. Blew that lead, man. Typical Mark Richt. Blew the game at the end. Better team of all time, Tennessee or Alabama? Alabama. Eason will definitely start in 2019. He can't start this year. He can't play this year. He has to sit out a year. College football would be better to watch if teams were obligated to play 6 cupcakes a year. What? Man, come on. I am Sofa King. Says SEC owns the Big Ten. That's true. SEC owns every conference. Justin says, Lou, do you think Michigan State will be good this year? I think they'll be good, but the problem is there's too many teams that are better. The Big Ten's going to be top-heavy again this year with Ohio State. I think Penn State will still be good even though they lose Barkley. So Ohio State, Penn State. I think Wisconsin is elite, and I think Michigan will be a lot better with a quarterback this year. But we'll. I mean, I could be wrong about the Michigan thing, but I mean, I've been hard on Harbaugh, and I think he deserves it. But if you've paid any attention the last couple of years and you've watched the Michigan game, the first thing you say is, "Wow, their defense is unbelievable." But the second thing you say is, "They have no quarterback." Well, now they have a quarterback, so no more excuses. We'll see what they do with it this year, though. Yeah, I don't get the Mullen hype. I don't understand it. You know, outside of being an assistant at Florida when they were winning, I don't know what the guy's ever done. It's not like he went to some other schools and won and then went to Mississippi State and struggled. No, he just went to Mississippi State and struggled. His record against ranked teams, somebody mentioned it in the comments section, is absolutely abysmal. Number of snaps taken by Justin Fields in the first game against Austin Peay, first half. I'll say 4. Yeah, I'm getting irritated too. Half the comments are deleted or retracted or whatever. This is getting all right, I'm removing I'm removing mods. Alabama will always be OSU's daddy. Message deleted by David. Why? Why? Give me an explanation of deleting this message. Why did you do that? Can you soft-ass mods stop hiding comments? Message deleted by David. Why? OSU is trash just like the people that live in Ohio. Message deleted by David. Why? I want to know why. I'll go to Cleveland and have fun with your NFL counterpart, the Cleveland Browns. Message deleted by David. Why? Why? No, number 1 Notre Dame fan, 10-3 last year, unlike Michigan. Michigan message deleted by the Georgia Conservative Show. Why? I mean, these people are losing their mods now. Where is this Georgia Conservative Show? I mean, I'll remove. I mean, you can't be deleting everybody's messages. It's ridiculous. These mods better type, and let me know why they're deleting these messages. Or well, no, now wait a minute. Now hold up now. Oh, the trolls think they're winning. All right. Trolls about to take another L here on YouTube. Yeah, Dennis, I know you're a football fan, but you spell a lot of words wrong, and that's like a dead giveaway that you might not be good mod material. I do like you though, and I hope you're going to call in. You keep saying you're going to call in next week for ACC week. I don't know why you feel like you have to wait till it's ACC week to call in. You know you can call in anytime you want to. How do I, Uncle Lou, make me a mode? I'll make you a mode. I promise. Good morning, Taylor. I think Muschamp is laying awake at night scheming ways to stop Jake Fromm, Justin Fields, and Samir. Yeah, it's giving him nightmares. No, I don't speak pineapple. Yeah, go Dogs. Just let me know. All right. Unfortunately, here, drastic situations call for drastic measures.
I bust my ass, Lou. That's what I do every day. So you be
Good
careful
morning.
who you mouth off to,
Yeah,
jerk off.
It's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you. I'm going to show you a headline. Now, this headline's a couple of days old, but I'm going to show you this headline. This is an experiment. I'm going to show you this headline. I'll put it right here. And you tell me if you can read this with a straight face and not laugh. What? Win the East? Hey, okay, look, Now, Muschamp, listen to Uncle Lou. Listen. Listen to Uncle Lou. I don't expect you to come out, sir, and say, well, we're dumpster juice. We have no chance this year. So, check back in 2018. I don't expect you to come out and say that. But there's a middle road, sir. There's a middle ground. We have the talent to win the SEC East. Where? Not on your roster? What talent? You had two. Well, not you. You weren't there. Yep, Steve was there. He quit in the middle of the year. He saw the writing on the wall. Now, there were two players on South Carolina last year that were good players. One on offense, one on defense. You have Pharaoh Cooper on offense, Sky Moore on defense. Only one of the two's coming back this year. Pharaoh Cooper's gone to the NFL. Probably get drafted in, I'll say, third round. Somebody might take him in the bottom of the second round. I'll say third round on Pharaoh Cooper. And Sky Moore, he's a good player on the defensive side of the ball. I think he plays cornerback. I think they're going to move him to safety this year, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, you had two good players on the team last year, and Steve Spurrier. You lost one of the two, so now you have one good player, and Will Muschamp. You're not winning the East. Let me explain something to you people. Let me explain something to you. Now, yeah, I hate Florida. Okay, I can't stand Florida. Florida's talent level's through the roof, almost year in and year out. Offensively, defensively, up and down the rosters, loaded with talent, pretty much year in and year out. Who can argue that? Okay? The argument can be made that when Muschamp was at Florida, he was the worst coach in NCAA football across the country. Now, I know there was coaches and teams with worse records and things like that. I don't think there was a more talented team in the country than Florida under Will Muschamp that underperformed, underwhelmed, underdelivered, and just flat out sucked for the majority of the time Muschamp was there. I don't think there's another coach or another team that can make that claim. Muschamp took a top 10 team and lost to Georgia Southern with it. Now, this isn't a bash Florida. This is a Muschamp thing, not a Florida thing, so, stay out of the comments with the Florida stuff. Will Muschamp, you talk about Kirby. Kirby Smart's never coached a game. We don't know what he's going to do. Georgia fans think they got something, but Kirby Smart, man, never coached a game. Well, Will Muschamp has coached games. Yeah, he's proven. He's a proven loser at one of the most talented teams in the country. In a state, Florida, that's number 1 or number 2 every year in terms of high school talent, you had a roster loaded with NFL players. And what did he do? Nothing. You think you have the talent to win? First of all, let's pretend you did have you had the talent at Florida to win the SEC East, and you were terrible. What are you talking? The talent, compare the talent level at USC Junior to the talent level you had at Florida. Look around, Will. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Look around the practice field at South Carolina and tell Uncle Lou where the talent is like you had at Florida. It's not there. You don't have any. And it's proven you can't develop any. You couldn't win with 4 and 5 stars at every position. You're going to win at South Carolina with 2 and 3 stars? People that nobody wanted? Give me a break. I mean, pipe dreams not... You're living in a fantasy world, South Carolina fan. If you think Will Muschamp is coming into Columbia and delivering you anything other than an average of 7 losses a year, deal with it, accept it, find a way to live your life knowing that South Carolina will forever be a gutter program when it comes to football. Good morning.
Lou makes me so damn mad.
Type. Do you lose to Vanderbilt at home on homecoming? Vanderbilt has not won a road game in the SEC in 2 damn years. They have no offense. None. Zero. This is embarrassing. You know what's worse than losing to Vanderbilt? 0 improvement overall from week 1 till now. I haven't seen any. None. No consistency. You run the ball last week against Carolina for 300-some yards. Today, you can't run the ball to save your life.
Vanderbilt.
Jacob Eason goes for 300 yards. Well, we lose. Special teams, piss poor. Clock management, piss poor. The defense played good, but it's Vanderbilt. They literally have no offense. None.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I hope this is some kind of a... I hope it's something going on with YouTube, because I removed every single mod and there are still messages getting deleted and messages getting retracted. So I don't know what's going on. I know y'all can't see it on y'all's end, but like Melon Matt just left a message that says LMAO. And it says message deleted by Uncle Lou. I didn't delete the message. There's a bunch of them on the screen right now. Eagle, we can earn it back ourselves. Message deleted by David. Squidtard's evil twin, how in the hell? Message deleted by David. John Cameron, Vanderbilt. Message deleted by David. Bulldog, except Stick Pig and Mary. Message deleted by the Georgia Conservative Show. Ryan Stanfield, it's a hack. Message deleted by Uncle Lou.
No, lady, how about you shut the up? I'm doing LouTube, bitch.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. Messages are still getting deleted. No one's getting it back today. Ohio State fan club just typed, "Old man can't fix it," and then it says, "Message deleted by Squidtard." Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but until I figure it out, maybe it is some kind of glitch. I don't know. What round did JT Barrett go in the NFL draft? He's still waiting to hear his name called, I think. It's still doing it. Joshua Chapman, crap it all, is doing what they do best. 2-0 leading, coming home, blah, blah, blah. Message deleted by David. Stick Pig still, Master of Dreams says Stick Pig has his, and then it says message deleted by Uncle Lou. I didn't delete it. Everybody will get their mods back whenever this gets fixed. Yeah, it could be just YouTube screwing up. I don't know. Hopefully that's what it is, and then I'll give everybody their mods back next time. Because I've never seen. There's still messages. Ryan Stanfield says Dalton Grayson only been there 4 years. Message deleted by Uncle Lou. I'm not. I'll take a picture of this screen right now and show you. There's 2 messages on the screen right now that say deleted by Uncle Lou. One by John Cameron and one by Ryan Stanfield. I took a picture of it. I'll post it on Twitter right now. Anybody that's on Twitter, you can go see it. There, I just tweeted it out. Another one deleted by Uncle Lou. I'm not deleting anything. Ryan Mears says, I hope they remember you. Message deleted by David. I mean, these people aren't even moderators anymore. They don't have the ability to delete a message. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea.